Good morning. I want to thank everyone for being here with us this morning. This is our fourth annual No Refusal Labor Day campaign. I can't believe it's been 4 years already. And I want to thank not only law enforcement agencies, but the public and the media for always joining us and making sure that we pass this message on. Again, I want to thank the citizens of this county for being involved in this message and this campaign. All the public officials, I see Commissioner Fuentes is here with us today. Thank you, Commissioner Fuentes. And to all the other commissioners and the county judge who have done so much in helping us with this No Refusal campaign. I want to thank every chief of police who's here present with us today from every municipality in Hidalgo County. I want to thank the Sheriff of Hidalgo County, Eddie Guerra. I want to thank also Regional Commander Joe Rodriguez, who's also here with us with Texas Department of Public Safety. And I want to thank every officer from all levels of our law enforcement agencies as well for being here. Also, we have Anna Burley from MAD. Thank you, Anna Burley, for being here. And every advocate agency who's also present with us here this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support to everyone and for everything that everyone does, not only for the Hidalgo County, but also for the state of Texas. I especially want to thank Marisa Soto, who will be here with us. She's on her way, and she'll also have an opportunity to say a few words. I want to thank Ms. Soto for being here, and on behalf of all of us, to Ms. Soto and to her family, and to all those who have lost a loved one. We are so sorry for your loss, and we offer our sincere condolences. During this Labor Day holiday, every law enforcement agency will go above and beyond, within the laws permitted and within their power, to keep our roads, our communities, and our families safe by finding those individuals operating a motor vehicle on our roads while under the influence of alcohol and drugs. If a law enforcement officer finds that there is a reasonable suspicion to detain a motorist for a traffic or criminal offense, and there is probable cause to believe the motorist is driving under the influence of drugs and or alcohol, then that officer may request a blood or breath sample. If the individual refuses, the officer may seek and contact a judge who is a licensed attorney who will be on call for the No Refusal weekend. If the search warrant meets the legal requirements, then that judge will issue and grant a search warrant for a blood sample. At this point, the motorist will not be able to refuse. Yes, this No Refusal campaign is to tell every person in Hidalgo County, do not get behind the wheel while under the influence. You will be taken off the road, and you will be arrested, and you will be prosecuted. But much more importantly to all of us, this campaign is to try our very hardest to try and do everything we can to avoid someone losing a precious life on the road while someone's on the road under the influence and causing someone to lose their life. Residents of this county, losing one life is just too much. So during the No Refusal Labor Day weekend campaign, all Hidalgo County law enforcement agencies will provide more resources and manpower on the road. The District Attorney's Office will be assisting, judges will be available to review search warrants, and nurses will be ready to draw blood. All these efforts here that we've done, not only today, not only this year, but the past 3 years as well, all these efforts can multiply if we have the assistance and help of all our Hidalgo County citizens. How can you do your part on this important No Refusal campaign? We beg of you, we ask you, to all the residents of Hidalgo County, to all the media, please help us reach this message to every home and every person in Hidalgo County. Let us be reminded that all of us share the same roads. Your children, my children, your family, and friends. We need to stop killing and hurting ourselves by committing senseless crimes. We need to do everything we can to protect each other. Hidalgo County is a big county. There's 1 million people in this county. Law enforcement agencies do everything that they can every day, not only during Labor Day, but every day to keep our roads safe. But they can't do it alone. We need every citizen to help us. Have a conversation with someone about no refusal. Talk to someone about being responsible. Tell someone not to be selfish. Tell them to prepare. Tell them to be responsible when they're going to some kind of outing. If you talk to someone, to your families and friends, and you spread this message, it does help, citizens. It does help. So, again, we need to be more responsible. And again, we need to stop being selfish. We need to care for everyone's life. So let us join, all of us, this campaign. Together, we can save lives and make a difference. So God bless you. And again, I want to thank you for being here. We have some great individuals who will come forward here in a few seconds and also give a message. Thank you very much.
And it's my pleasure to introduce our very own Sheriff, Eddie Guerra, who has done so much in his tenure here to also keep us safe. Sheriff.
Thank you, Judy. Good morning. Welcome. First off, I want to thank all our media partners that are here today to help us get this important message out. And I want to thank our district attorney, Ricardo, for his leadership and once again putting this No Refusal program together. And I want to thank all our law enforcement partners, all our state and local partners that are here today, that are here in a message of solidarity, that we want to keep this Labor Day weekend safe. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the details of this No Refusal program. It's going to start on Thursday, August 30th, and we're going to continue to the morning hours of Tuesday, September 4th. We've got trained nurses ready to assist us if we need those blood draw warrants. And we also have our judges that are out there standing by to sign those warrants. Last year, during this program, we had 113 people arrested during last year's program. 28 of those were from my office, and out of the 28, 6 of them refused to take a breath test, and we were able to get those blood draw warrants. I'm happy to say that in the 3 years prior that we've had this program, we have had 0 fatalities and we've had 0 intoxication assault, and that goes to, and again, that is because of the hard work that all of these gentlemen here do on a daily basis. Again, and the message that we want to put out is that it's the end of summer. It's Labor Day. We're not telling you that not to go out and have a good time. We're just telling you to have a plan and be responsible. Thank you.
That's amazing, and that's showing that this works. So thank you for all your service. I'd like to introduce Regional Director Jose Rodriguez III from the Texas Department of Public Safety. I almost called him this morning because I was rear-ended on 83 interchange to 281, and that wasn't an intoxicated driver. That's just our regular Texas drivers. So please help me welcome Regional Director Jose Rodriguez.
We might need to get an ambulance to get her checked out here. Good morning, everyone. And I, too, would like to thank our district attorney, Rick Rodriguez, for bringing us together. He's in his terms here, he's done wonders in bringing us all to the table. He's kind of the glue that holds us together. So thank you for your efforts, Rick. Also for our law enforcement partners, it's all about us working together to keep our community safe. As you know, Labor Day marks the end of summer. Most of the kids are back in school, so many parents are happy about that. But also Labor Day is a time to recognize the workers, the American worker that has worked hard, which provides strength to our great nation. It's what drives the American economy. So that's what it's all about, and it's a great reason to celebrate. All we're asking, all the partners up here, all we're asking is that you celebrate responsibly. We want you to know that troopers, deputies, and officers are going to be patrolling the interstate highways, the state highways, the farm to market roads, the county roads, as well as the city streets. And we're going to be looking for aggressive drivers and intoxicated drivers. And when we do, and if there is reasonable suspicion, you will be arrested, and you will be requested to give a breath specimen. And if you refuse, this is what this campaign is about. We're going to take that extra step and try to obtain a warrant to get a blood. That way, a judge and a jury will have all the facts, and we want to make sure that you're prosecuted to the fullest extent. As you heard earlier, we take this very seriously, and coming together, we've had success, and we want to continue to build on that. We want to make sure that this community remains safe and that we do have celebrations, but we do so responsibly. Thank you.
One of the County of Hidalgo's biggest partners needs no introduction. He's Victor Rodriguez, McAllen Chief of Police. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Mr. District Attorney, Sheriff, Commissioner was here. Our local director for DPS is here. And to all our police officers here, the guests that are here, thank you for the opportunity for us at McAllen to be part of this campaign. And it's got to be said that we're here in this collective effort because one person set out to make that happen. And that's Rick Rodriguez, our district attorney. And for that, Rick, thank you so much. We've done this 3 years. This is our 4th year. And through your leadership, we hope to keep doing this even more so in the future. This weekend, this holiday, we once again launch a united effort at making our community safe from drunk drivers. We begin this mission with a very public announcement, with a very public pronouncement. With your help, those of you that are here, members of the press, with your help, we can be successful. We want to be very, very clear. Our message to everyone in this county is this. This weekend, this holiday, in this county, in our cities, DWI refusal will not be an option, period. A person suspected of driving under the influence will not be able to deny the collection of evidence to our law enforcement personnel. We are prepared to secure search warrants in every case. We do this because we value each and every person in our community. We do this because we value our communities. Drunk driving is against the law. Drunk driving is dangerous. Drunk driving will affect people's lives and people's careers. You will know by our speaker here in a few minutes, drunk driving hurts and drunk driving kills. All of us know that. And as we go forward, you know, I want to commend the heroes that make this happen. Our police officers that are here. Our troopers, every one of you, every one of our police officers, our deputy constables, our deputies at the Sheriff's Department, every one of you in law enforcement. You are the heroes. And you know, the beauty of the service that you will deliver and that you deliver on a constant basis is this. The beauty of this is this. You will never know just how much effect, whether we make an arrest or whether we don't make an arrest. You will never know the value of your service in this mission. You will not know ever. If you saved a person from being the next scientist, the next surgeon, the next president, the next whomever, you won't know that. That's the beauty of this. That tonight and every night this week when we go home, you'll be able to go to your home and say, man, I wonder if what I did today will in the future be that person who will save the world or save you even. So you are the heroes. And I want, on behalf of the city of McAllen, recognize every one of our police officers, every one of you in law enforcement, all our troopers, our constables, our deputies. We truly, truly feel like a law enforcement family. And this week, this family will set out to achieve safety for our communities and safety for the members of our communities. So let us come together as law enforcement agents, prosecutors, and members of this community. And let us join hands this week as we set out to make our communities safe from drunk drivers. May God bless you always. May you get home at the end of that night, every night, and every night thereafter. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
And please join me in welcoming David White, who's the Edinburgh Chief of Police.
Good morning, and I believe that was a hard one to follow here, so good job. And thank you again, Mr. Rodriguez, for what you do and everybody else. And I'd like to reiterate a lot of what everybody says too, is, you know, it's our officers in the city of Edinburgh, in county, and DPS, and Alamo, and San Juan, and I mean, when I miss somebody mission, it's what we're bound to do, is to protect our community. And the Edinburgh Police Department is 100% committed to this initiative. And we're committed all year round, really, into saving the lives of our residents and our families. In 2017, we made 303 DWI arrests, investigated 24 accidents involving intoxication, and we had 1 fatality. I mean, these numbers itself are heartbreaking. Then we come into 2018, and we'll surpass these numbers. At present, we've already had 198 DWI arrests. 198 DWI arrests. Okay, and we've already investigated 18 accidents involving intoxication. And just 3 weeks ago, we lost 3 generations of one family to what we suspect is an intoxicated driver. We're still working with us. You know, please join us in our effort to eliminate driving while intoxicated with a drug, or whether it's alcohol. We just ask that you don't drive, that if you do drink, you do drugs, call somebody to pick you up. Call a cab, call Lyft, call Uber, call a friend, walk. Just don't drive. The driving is what kills. May God bless you and be safe, and thank you for this moment.
I'd also like to recognize our county clerk, Arturo Guajardo Jr. Be welcome to come up and join us. And Chief Padilla, thank you so much for joining us. You know, according to some statistics from the insurance industry, we all know that it kills. We all know that it injures. We all know that driving while intoxicated ruins lives. But it was a surprise to me that each and every adult American, it costs us $500 annually, which doesn't sound like much, but it equals to $132 billion each and every year due to driving under the influence. So continuing with our program, I'd like to invite Juan Gonzalez, who's the San Juan Chief of Police. Please join us, Chief Gonzalez.
Good morning. On behalf of the City of San Juan and the San Juan Police Department, I just want to thank the DA for inviting us here and all the law enforcement partners here. I think our message is very clear and strong. The fact that we're not going to tolerate any DWIs this weekend, and we shouldn't tolerate the whole year, not only this weekend, but every year. My message is very simple to the victim advocates out there. I know that you all are an extended family of ours, and you all assist us every time that we come across a fatality involving the DWI. I thank you for what you all do day in and day out. I really appreciate that. Sometimes we don't see the after effects of the impact it has on the families. And to all the families out there that have lost a loved one to a DWI, we are here, a show of force, to show our communities that we are together, we're strong, and we're committed to making sure we prevent any fatality involving a DWI. But also to all the law enforcement officers out there, thank you for everything you do day in and day out. Your work is appreciated in these hard times nowadays. We all have been affected through our families, through our friends, of a loved one that's been lost because of this type of incident. So our message is very simple. Thank you, DA. Thank all the law enforcement officers here. And of course, our great partners at the Border Patrol. Thank you for helping us as well out there. It's very simple for the community. If you see something, say something. Report individuals that are driving erratically or under the influence of alcohol. We will prevent the life, and that's our job. Priority of life should be at the utmost responsibility of everyone. So thank you, and thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bringing it all home with what it really costs is Marisa Bernal Soto, who's a daughter of Francisco Bernal, and is going to tell her story representing Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Welcome, Marisa.
Hi, good morning. Today I'm here to talk about my family, how this has impacted my family, being a victim. I'm here today just to introduce myself and let the community know how this all can impact one family. My name's Marisa Bernal Soto, and I am the father of late Francisco Bernal. I grew up in a family of 16 brothers and sisters. We grew up in a small frame home, humbled, and we were raised from a man who worked in masonry. He used to do tile. I would get up in the mornings, go help my father to bring that bread and butter for the house. I want to thank the city of McAllen because on May 29th, 2013, this individual changed my life. Not only mine, but my mom's, my family's, my siblings, my kids, and a lot of grandchildren my father had. That day, City of McAllen did a phenomenal job. My dad walked out of my house and told my daughter, I will be back. He walked to that convenience store right across the street, which was around the corner. I say around the corner and across the street because it's literally around the block. You just cross one street and it's right there. My father was on that sidewalk. And with this man came, lost control of his vehicle, impacted my father, and left him there and left. Leaving him there on the side of that curve as a dog, like a person that doesn't have a heart will leave someone. He left him there. I didn't know it was my father. I passed through that scene not knowing it was my father. I get a phone call my neighbors, my siblings, my sister, telling me somebody has been hit at the corner store. I left my house, went there, I saw my father's stuff scattered. I lost it that same minute, not knowing what to do. My world came down shuttered. I didn't know what to do. I was just in disbelief. I spoke to one of the McAllen officers, and he told me he's at McAllen Medical, and he's all right. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna pull through. Being in the medical field, I had seen that the impact, the way his stuff was laying around, I knew it was really hard for my dad to survive that impact. I left. I get to McAllen Medical, and there comes the medicals, the doctors and nurses, and come and tell me. They meet up. They ask who I am. I notify them that I need to speak to the doctors to get that information. Doctors come, approach me, and they just tell me, your father's in a better place. I just needed confirmation for what I had already felt in my heart, for that emptiness I felt that left my soul, and I knew something had happened. We think that drunk driving is just in a vehicle. No, this can happen anyhow, any day, anywhere. This was a Wednesday afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and my father was doing a daily routine, going to the store. Told my daughter, I'll be back, never came back. Sometimes we call this an accident. To us, the family, we like to tell the family and it's an accident, but in reality, it's a decision that that person made for themselves. It's a decision that they decided to get on that vehicle. We don't like to say, oh, it was an intoxication, manslaughter. It was an accident. It was never an accident. You make that choice. Now that day, the city of McAllen, along with the community in the area, came across this man, left the scene, made a story that he had been hijacked and just a bunch of lies. City of McAllen got to him, and I want to thank the city of McAllen for arresting this man and putting him where he belonged. It was a long process because my father's case was heard by 3 different judges. At that time, it was now our DA, Mr. Richard Rodriguez. He was the first one to hear this case. Then we had Judge Trevino hear this case. And lately, the last and the person that did justice for our family was Judge Singletary. He was convicted for 10 years, and out of that, he came out with shock probation. He applied, and it was granted. And that, to me, was not only justice, but we left it in God's hands, and we said, it is what it is, and that's what we're going to accept. Now my father's not here. We've grown up. We've talked to a lot of different people. We've tried to get this across, but in reality, the pain is there and will never go away. And I would like to thank everybody this morning for hearing me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Soto.
And that concludes our news conference. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you to all of our law enforcement officers, deputies, constables, all of you for putting your lives on the line and taking care of the rest of us. To wrap things up, I'd like to invite our District Attorney, Ricardo Rodriguez Jr., just to close things up. Thank you again.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you. Again, I'd just like to thank all of you for being here this morning. Ms. Soto, thank you for your courage for being with us here this morning. And again, our sincere condolences to you and your family. Thank you. Also, I want to thank the gentlemen who are on the back over there who put up this tent, who put it up every year. Thank you, gentlemen, for doing this for us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank our crime victim advocates who, I don't know what I would do without them. They do such good work at the office, not only in this event, but many other prevention awareness events that we have. To all our prosecutors in our office, thank you for what you do. It's a grind every day. but our mission is to try to do the best that we can every day to bring justice to everyone. To our staff as well, at our district attorney's office, thank you for everything that you do. Chief Padilla, thank you for joining us here today. We appreciate it. Thank you for everything that you do. And again, to all the law enforcement agencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate everything that you do. We appreciate the great communication that we've had these years. We appreciate all your efforts. Even though sometimes we don't agree, we still have that communication where we can talk to each other and try to improve everything that we do and comply with the duties and responsibilities every day. And I tell you, we have great communication between all law enforcement agencies and all levels. So again, to the public, thank you. To the media, again, once again, thank you for everything that you do. When we talk about, making sure that we pass on the message, you all are a big part of it. You can leave my name out of it. You can leave everybody's name out of it. Just please, the message is to tell everyone out there to be safe, be responsible. Everyone needs to understand that if you get behind the wheel under the influence of alcohol or drugs, it's no different than getting a gun and loading it and it be ready to fire. It's no different than that. When you get in that vehicle, you're in a loaded gun, and that loaded gun is ready to go off. And obviously, you've heard from Ms. Soto of the things that can happen. So again, thank you for being here. God bless you all. Again, we'll see you all next year. Be safe during this No Refusal Labor Day to all our citizens and to all our law enforcement agencies. Gracias. Thank you.